Hi everyone, welcome to the business case of the week, where this week we celebrate the value of DocuSign. Now, to tell the story effectively, I'll be walking you through how a DocuSign rep would bring this value proposition to life using a business case built on City. So imagine I'm a DocuSign rep about to have a call with a prospect, and I'd start on an initial qualification or discovery call and generate a business case from template to build a value hypothesis with a prospect, and I can add the name just in the top up here. Now, DocuSign is well established in the world of documentation and streamlining the signing of official documents. And as a starting point, I've identified my prospect's challenges. And so now that I've done this, I can go straight into discussing the value of DocuSign. Now, the first of our outcomes speak to the time saved across different areas of the contract lifecycle. So we're showing the time reduction in a number of tasks being significantly reduced. We can then quantify the time savings, the value of the time savings across all of the contracts done by my prospect. Now, to customize these numbers, I can actually jump into the variable section here and change these numbers with my prospect to make it applicable to their scenario. So maybe I'd want to change the total number of contracts, the amount of time it takes them to generate a contract, and maybe the hourly rate of one of their employees. So you can see that the chart will then change to reflect as I change those variables in this section. Of course, if you've integrated Simbi with your CRM, this data would be pulled in automatically from your transcripts and deal notes by our AI agents. Another area of value that I might want to share is around the increased profit from additional contract volume and faster deal closures. So here we're showing pretty simply a 7% uplift in contracts completed per year through more efficient processes, things like one meeting close strategy being possible, and the financial value of that being taken from the average contract value and the margin. And like before, if I wanted to change either of those numbers, I could very easily do so in the variable section to then change what exactly is happening in this slide. We're then showing a reduction in the error rate, which we might want to make more conservative if my prospect doesn't think it's very believable. And so I can jump into this and maybe change that to just a 50% reduction. And you can do that in the outcome calculation section in any business case template. Our interpretation of DocuSign's pricing includes a few components, a per unit cost based on the number of users, which is connected to the number of users in our variable section here. And you can see that actually ramps up from 100 users all the way up to 180 users in year 3. An ongoing management and maintenance fee, which is 50K per year, and a one-off implementation and training cost, which is 150K, just applying to year 1 of the business case. Now, as you can see, there's substantial value gained from using DocuSign. And if we look at this in 3 years, that only increases the value as the number of users increases over time. Even with a ramp that we've applied where only 50% of value is realized in year 1, 75 in year 2, and 100% in year 3. Now, to bring this all together for a prospect, I might jump back into the exec summary at the start, and I can actually generate this introduction with AI along with the how DocuSign will address key challenges. And that will actually take content from within the business case to show me a summary based off my prospects numbers and some of the areas of value that we've identified. Before sharing this with a prospect, I can even brand the business case with my prospect's logo and color scheme, and I can do that in the branding section here, where I can actually upload my prospect's logo into the top left corner, along with changing the entire theme of the business case to their color scheme. At this point, I can then share it with a prospect by email using the share window here and collaborate directly with them on the business case and track their activity throughout the process. I want to emphasize that all the information about DocuSign, including value drivers and pricing, comes from publicly available sources. What we've explored here today is a value hypothesis showing what DocuSign business case might look like on Simbi. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.